Hi everyone, Marika here from Crafty Creations, and this is my entry into the Crafty YouTuber video hub that was put together in order to help many crafters that are affected by the new YouTube monetization rules. There are a multiple number of companies that have come together to sponsor this hub, and there are prizes all along the way. Here on my video you can win a $25 gift certificate to Simon Says Stamp, and if you are a US resident you can also win 2 inks from the new Catherine Pooler ink line. To be able to be into the drawing, just a comment down below. So let's start with the video. The card I'm making today is a shaker card, and it's going to be a multi-tiered shaking card where the shaker goes right through all the different layers. So I have cut out 3 different layers with a stitch rectangular, and then I've used the Safari Scene kind of dies to make the lines that looks like snow. The first thing I did was to stamp the sentiment on my layer that I'm going to have in the back, and then I'm adding where I want my shaker window to be, which is this little pool. All the stamps that I'm using today is from the Polar Pal stamp set by MFT. Here I'm using some Copics to add a little bit dimension to that little ice ledge, and to be honest I probably should have stamped this on upside down, but I didn't, so now it looks like this. I'm using a Martha Stewart craft knife to cut it out, and to kind of hide that I didn't full cut it perfectly, I'm then using a Momento Tuxedo Black marker to just ink those lines so it looks a little bit more complete. I'm going to use this laser transparency to add as my transparency film on my shaker. So I start by just using a tape runner and adding that little layer of transparency. I'm also going to cut out a big hole in layer number 2 because the shaker is going to go through down to a layer 3. To do the shaker part, I'm using some 3M Scotch foam tape, and I've cut it to be a very thin strip, and then I'm removing all the paper because it's more pliable. I cut several strips of it, and I'm layering 2 of them on top of each other to give the height of all the 3 layers. I'm making sure there that the hole is big enough to put the layers of the tape through, and then I'm adding just 1 layer of tape on the rest of that piece. But before assembling, I'm going to add a little bit of inking. I'm using some shaded lilac ink to add kind of a purplish tone to my snow or glacier kind of thing, and I'm using a Nuvo brush because it makes it very smooth and very light. On the 3rd layer, again I'm using that shaded lilac to give the same effect between the 2nd and 3rd layer, but I'm also going to add some Mermaid Lagoon on the kind of bottom of it to give that kind of bluish tone as the background of my shaker. So I'm adding a whole bunch of different sequins into this. It's from Pretty Pink Posh, Studio Katia, and also a couple of sprinkles from Martha Stewart that I have, which are these adorable little stars and hearts that I just love as kind of accents into my shakers. And then I'm adding a 2nd sheet of acetate on top of that. I think this is one of the easiest way because I don't have to try to line up things on the back of it. I don't have to worry that I'm gonna accidentally get all the sequins just falling out. On the 2nd layer, I'm just adding 1 layer of foam tape. So basically the shaker is 2 layers of foam tape and the layering is 1 layer between each, making it kind of the double depth. To finish off the panel, I'm just brushing the ink that I had left on my brush to give it a little bit more of a blue tone. Then I'm adding these cute characters, and you can find these characters, the coloring of the characters, on separate videos that I did for the 30-day coloring challenge, and those are linked in the description down below. I really loved giving them that glitter effect. Then I'm adding my panel to a A2 card base. All of the white cardstock is Neenah. And for the finishing touch for this card, I'm adding the same kind of sequins that I have in my shaker on top of it, making it look like it's snowing, like it's doing here in Sweden. To finish it off, I'm adding that little star on top of the eye of friend. And that is the card for today. So come and continue, jump in the blog hopper with us. All of the info and the link to the next hopper is in the description down below, where I also have all the materials of the link. If you like this video, please thumbs it up, it means a lot to me. If you have any questions, just comment down below, and if you comment down below, you're in to win one of the prizes. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!